Hi everyone, welcome to Designers Brew with Vratika. We have Karaan Jambusarwala in the house today, and we'll start with a brief introduction about him. What I know is he's the person who looks at the why behind the wow, and that's where he starts his design process. And I'm really excited about this show. And Karaan, we start with you.
Thank you so much, Vratika. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you for being here.
So I am Karaan Jambusarwala, partner at JJ&A. We're a 54-year-old design studio. We've been in the business right from the beginning in terms of luxury design. I am the second generation, and we typically are a studio that is into high-end luxury apartments, commercial spaces, hotels. That's the sort of work that we do on a daily basis. And yeah, that's a brief about myself.
Thank you, Karaan. Thank you for being here, and I'm really excited to learn from you what drives you today, and what is it to be behind a 54-year-old story that still feels like new. And I was just chatting with you that you're at the forefront of a legacy which stands so tall. So we'll dive into some questions and hear about your journey.
Sure, please.
Super. So your firm began in 1972. That's over 5 decades of design stories.
Right.
So which is the one trend from those early years which you still love and that you would still never, regret bringing back?
So I think being a 54-year-old firm, I am, and being the second generation, it's more challenging for us to be creating new stuff on a daily basis. And that's where I come in. I make sure that we are creating very, very unique, different projects, different design styles, trying not to repeat things on, from one project to another. Sorry, what was
If there's one thing that you would still bring back?
One thing I'd still bring back. So being the second generation, of course, I had my father mentoring me through it. So I always made fun of him, because he had this habit of drawing things on the wall.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah, that was the old school way of doing it. And so he had this particular habit of drawing things on the wall and drawing details there. And I always thought to myself, so what is the need for this?
Yeah.
We have the drawings, we have everything. Because I came in 2017 when, AutoCAD and things like that were already mainstream. And so, I'm sorry, 2007, not 17. And AutoCAD and things like that were already mainstream.
Yeah.
And so it became very sort of annoying for me to swallow that, things were being drawn on the wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you getting into so much detail of this? Yeah. But I think that's something that's really stuck with me. That's something that's now become part of the DNA of JJ&A as well as of mine, where we get into the smallest details. Of course, we don't still draw on the walls and things like that.
Yeah.
But actually speaking...
If need be, you would...
Yes. And also actually speaking, there have been multiple sites where we've redone after 10 years, 15 years,
Amazing.
And then when we rip off the paneling, that drawing is still there.
Oh my God.
So it's amazing. It's amazing.
Do you ever feel like preserving one of those?
Yeah, I do actually. I've got a picture of one of them and we keep that. Yeah, it's great because you really see something that's been done 15 years ago. And
it's also a testimony to the loyalty of the client.
Absolutely.
And to the relationship and the experience he's had.
Absolutely. To come back to us again.
Come back to you, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So still there, was there, still here, gonna be there with Karaan now.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
And what is one thing that you would never bring back?
So I think the older style of working was where you had a lot of symmetry. You had a lot of fixed things, fixed artifacts in certain places.
Yeah.
I feel that has changed now. You need to be more fluid in your approach.
True.
You need to be more understanding of the fact that people are wanting to tell their life stories through the space that they've got.
Fair.
And so they want to basically, people travel, they collect artifacts, they collect paintings, they want to put those up in certain places, they want to show to, people who come over there. They want basically a whole trail of what they've done through their lives, highlight moments. They want all of that put up, and now so there's no fixed place for something anymore.
Yeah, so it's more changing, more evolving.
Correct. We have to keep it more fluid.
Must be such a bright and nice punch of energy and design style to the firm on a whole, with you being in it, right?
I hope so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hope so.
I can only imagine that. I'm like, wow, I didn't think that. Okay, and when you walk into a new project, what takes you over first? Like, what is your first thought? It's the, JJ's legacy, or it's like thrill of reinventing everything from scratch?
So I think it's a mix of both. It's not one or the other, because we do have to keep reinventing ourselves. We do have to keep reinventing what we're doing, creating new spaces, creating new ideas, using a lot of modern technology. So that's something we can't look back on what we used to do before.
Yeah.
But having said that, obviously the legacy that we've brought in, the experience that has been handed down to me, that is something that we carry forward with us. So everything from your basic measurements, certain things that a client might say, no, I want to do it in this way, and then we feel, no, that's going to go against your normal correct ethos, as well as the ergonomics, right? Where we feel that, no, you're making a mistake doing this. Those are things that we will definitely carry forward and are proud to carry forward. So the experience is something that I think we would love to carry forward.
So you're kind of catching a blend of both and
yeah,
walking
exactly.
into a space, yeah?
Yeah.
You've grown up around design conversations all your life. Do you ever catch yourself echoing something your father or mentor used to say, or smile at how full circle that moment feels, or like a quote or something that you could still draw back to?
Yes, actually.
What is that?
Thinking back, my dad had this habit of carrying a measuring tape with him everywhere he went.
Yeah.
And so he had a mobile phone pouch on one side of his waist, and a measuring tape on the other side.
Yeah.
And I thought that was hilarious because, I said, you're not actually going to physically do the work, so why do you need the measuring tape?
Yeah.
And
do you find yourself do that?
Yeah, well, I don't actually carry a physical measuring tape with me anymore.
Yeah.
But if my team doesn't have one, or even if we're using the digital tape, if we don't have one, I get frustrated.
You
I'm
feel
like,
the
hello,
pinch.
what are you doing? Like, how will you even know proportions without the tape?
Yeah.
And then I think back and really start smiling at the fact that I used to make fun of him, and now that's something
that
I'm
was
doing.
Such a cool trick to keep yourself non-affected by who's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a good one. That's more like Atmanirbhar. You don't need anybody. You're like, I'll do it myself.
Yeah. For sure.
So luxury in the 70s was all about statement marble, right?
Right.
And these chandeliers. What does modern luxury mean to you in 2025?
So I think modern luxury is definitely about space, according to me. It's, of course, being predominantly in Bombay, and then the sort of apartments that we have. Having the space is a big luxury.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is something that we try to highlight in our projects. So if it's a 3,000 square foot apartment, I want it to look like a 4,000 or a 5,000.
Yeah.
And so those are certain design approaches that we take to make sure that, we are trying to expand the space.
And that makes so much sense, right? Like, because that's the first thing that impacts your overall thought process or feeling of a space, right? If you don't have space, no matter how great the design is, that's something first thing you'll notice is that it's small.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Amazing. And you've designed for families across generations. When did it first hit you that you weren't just designing homes, you were shaping legacies? And as you were just sharing that one of the buildings, you were redoing one of the homes, and when you removed the panels, there was still those drawings. So what was there a moment you realize what is it that you're carrying forward and where you are?
So to be very honest with you, I feel like saying that I'm reshaping a legacy is a bit of a heavy point to me.
I agree.
What we're actually doing is creating spaces that clients love to showcase to people. Clients love to stay in. I wouldn't say we're reshaping, a complete legacy, but
you are in a way, right? Maybe you're not like you're very humble as a person. I know that, but
thank you.
In a way, like being, as I said, like being at the forefront of a firm which is like 54 years old.
Right.
You are now the new era, right, and the future, and that's what I've been saying since I met you, and I've seen you go back to saying that no, just no. But
I mean, we have to at some point stay humble and realize that you're a small fish in a large ocean. But having said that, yes, we definitely are proud of the fact that
Yeah.
Clients are coming back to us, number one.
That's very important.
Yeah. Number two, we're also very proud of the fact that we have second generations coming to us again,
which is amazing. Yeah.
So that's something I look at as a highlight for me, where the second generation is also wanting to come back to us and to create their new home or their new space through us, and that's something that I feel is what drives us.
Agree. And it's beautiful, by the way, and commendable.
Thank you so much.
If JJ could redo one of its classical projects from 70s for today, what's one element you would fiercely protect and one you would completely reinvent?
So something I'd fiercely protect, I think, is the way in which we've been handling projects. Something like just in terms of the transparency between us and the clients. Also the fact that we've been able to create homes where client, or even commercial spaces where the client trusts our taste, and they're fully sort of committed to executing through us, even if their concept, like I mentioned to you earlier, is something different, right?
Yeah.
So we've had clients where they come back to us saying that, okay, I like what you do, but certain things are not to my taste. So I want it louder, I want it, so based on that's it's challenging, but it's a great challenge to have.
And you do a good job at that, I can say that, because I've seen a couple of homes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. And after 50 years, so what is one thing that you'd completely reinvent? We missed that.
So something that completely reinvent.
In an old project which has been there, created by your dad in a time.
Right.
And there's one thing you would keep, which he did,
Yeah.
and one thing you would completely reinvent.
So I think completely reinventing would be the symmetry, like I mentioned. So having things more fluid, having things more abstract. That's something that I would change, because that is something that is required today. It's no longer about having a seating on one side and having the same on the other. It's more about mixing, going as per the client's taste,
True.
and molding the entire space together to make sure it still looks good.
Harmonious. Yeah. Okay. And what's one thing you'd fiercely protect?
Fiercely protect is I would definitely still protect the sort of the hand-me-down that we've got in terms of everything from the learning, the ergonomics, the functioning, correct. That's something that we would definitely protect.
And after 54 years of history, how do you keep all the JJ's spirit feeling new, fresh, and fearless year after year?
So, being part of a legacy firm, or being a second generation, the challenge is to create, to sort of reinvent yourself. And that's something that I look into very, very heavily, because we constantly need to evolve with the times. We constantly need to create get new ideas on board, create new technology, or at least use new technology, and how we use that right from starting in our office down to the actual physical site execution, everything from the processes down to your final design elements.
I agree.
All of that, I feel, is something that we are constantly reinventing and evolving, and that's something that I would definitely stay on top of.
And what has been your one? It's not a part of the questions we have, but I'm just curious to know, what is one project that you've loved being a part of or creating, and what is one dream project that you have which you want to do?
So, for me personally, I have been very, very lucky and fortunate. I had a dream project that I executed 3 years ago. It was an absolute dream for me. It was the Taj at Colaba.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Wow, amazing. Yeah.
So that's something
I know, of course, yes.
So that's something that was an achievement for me.
Incredible.
That was something that we redid the entire swimming pool area and the common amenity areas for them.
And so precious, like it's like 100 years plus, right?
Yes, it's never been done since inception.
Yeah.
And I think that was just a pinch me moment for me.
Amazing.
That was something that I will always keep
Hold dear.
hold dear to me. Yeah,
We all will actually. And it is also part of history to be.
Yes.
What we've seen behind, and now the next 100 years, 200 years, it's a marvel.
There the challenge was actually sticking to that legacy of the project, right? Making sure that people didn't walk there and say, "What the hell have you done?"
I know, staying true to the
old pool was so good, and look what you've done now. You know,
no, you've done an incredible job.
Thank you.
It's
amazing.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
So that's something that I hold very dear.
And what's your dream project? You already have one in your kitty. So what is it? What more could you ask for? What more could you think of?
So I think my dream project is creating a space which is like boundless amounts of space within it. I mean something as large as, of course, I'm not talking about a mall and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about more like a sort of a museum or something that's more relevant to what we do or who we are. Of course, budget not being the constraint, but that's always the case, right, with us. Hopefully, being able to create a space where people talk about it, where people know that you've created a certain space, and that's the dream project.
I love that, and I always say that sometimes what you wish and what you dream of really comes true.
Yes,
for me, looking at the past of life and including Maison's inception and creation, the ETA is 5 to 10 years. So I think 2030, Karan, another round on Designer's Brew with your dream project in hand.
So. Fingers
crossed.
Crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we'll roll up to our rapid fire round. You have to be really, really fast. No thinking.
Okay.
You just have to, we have to go. So let's see how you do there.
Okay.
And okay. Old school charm or modern rebellion?
A blend? Is that possible?
No one. No, you have to choose one.
Modern rebellion.
I like that. Blueprints or Pinterest boards?
Blueprints.
If JJ were a person, how would you describe their vibe? Timeless classic or bold trendsetter? I know the answer, but I'm going to let you answer.
It's not bold trendsetter. I would say it's timeless classic.
Okay.
Because that's what we veer towards. Yeah.
Okay. One piece from JJ project you would secretly want in your own home, something you've created for a client as a part of a project. And you were like, oh, I want that. I do that a lot with my brand, by the way.
So there are a couple of home theaters that we've created, which I really thought I wanted in my own home.
Lovely.
And then maybe the Taj swimming pool too.
Oh yeah, lovely.
If budget wasn't a constraint.
I like the way he thinks. He's boundless and seamless and infinite, and that's the way to be. So amazing.
Thank you.
Legacy in one word.
Wow. Legacy in one word. I would say being able to just build upon whatever you've done, but keeping your, I'm sorry, that's more than a word.
Recreate.
That's more than a word.
Recreate,
yes,
right?
I would say recreate, yes.
And luxury in one word for you? One thing that screams luxury to you?
Space.
That's true. I guess so. Yeah. If design had a soundtrack, what song or artist sums up to your current mood?
Oh, wow.
That's a good one.
Coldplay.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So reminds me of Modern Rebellion somewhere. All right. And morning site visits or late night sketch sessions?
Late night sketch sessions.
Yeah. One design cliche you secretly love, even though you shouldn't. Tell me,
Tough
Karan.
one. Design cliche I secretly love.
Someone's timing you, huh?
Yeah, I know. I'm failing at this.
What design cliche? Don't worry, you can go all out. Amen.
I would say.
Say it. We just discussed that.
Being true to yourself. Is that counted?
Okay. All right. Okay, for you. Yeah.
It's
okay.
cliche.
Done. Super. That brings us to the end of our rapid fire, and you did super well, except the last question. I gave you 5 words instead of 1.
Yeah.
But lovely. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here, Karan.
Thank you for having me here. Yeah, absolutely. Same here.
Yeah. See you next time.
See you.
I just want Karaan to sign our mug. We have a tradition of signing the Maison mug.
I'd love to.
And we have a coffee wall in the making.
Oh,
where we're going to, like the imprint you said, after
Superb.
after 20 years, back in the wall, this is going to go 2030.
Where should I sign?
You can sign anywhere, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Lovely. Your signature is very cool. Write a date. Just write a date. Anywhere you like.
30th?
31st.
31st, sorry.
That's
31st.
okay, yes.
I don't think it's going to stick here.
Thank you so much for watching. I think I personally enjoyed chatting with you
Me
a
too.
lot.
I loved it.
It was really amazing. And we see the future of JJA right here and look forward to all that you're going to create. And 2030 it is.
For sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.